Did you want to see the overhyped Romo play basketball?
Yeah, but I'm a grown-up, and there's a lot of things. I wanted to see George Foreman take on a grizzly bear, but when you're a grown-up, you can't just allow your kids to do whatever they want. And if you run a league, it's not always just about what I won't allow. It's about I don't want to open certain doors. And there's about 6, 7 teams in this league that are dying for attention. And you let Romo play. I got Kanye at small forward tomorrow in Brooklyn. So I think as a commissioner, you have to be sometimes the bad guy, no ice cream for breakfast. We can't have Tony Romo make everybody happy. You just got to say no to this stuff.
Could you imagine if he had actually won a Super Bowl? I mean, if he had actually really accomplished something in the NFL worthy of this.
He leaving right now.
I mean, if he had actually accomplished, they would have let him work out with the cheerleaders.
So you don't like the whole thing. You think it's just over the... It's local. He's not getting this type of love nationally. I get it in Dallas. I actually liked what they did. I thought it was fun. It's great. You know, I know he wasn't a great player. He was very good, but he wasn't a great player. I did not. I'm with you, Colin. It would have been a travesty to let him in that game. Number one, he didn't look like he was in the greatest shape in the world. Even if he did, he probably isn't. He could get hurt, number one. Or, playing against a clumsy basketball player, maybe another player gets hurt. Then what? And I also think it just would have cheapened the game.
Yeah.
You probably let him go take a jump shot. Now it's not. It's an exhibition.
It's an exhibition.
So
I wouldn't have done it. I would have fouled him soon as he got in the game. I would have fouled him soon as he got in the game.
Like Hacker Romo?
Yeah. No, because I think it's a little bit disrespectful in regards to the Denver Nuggets.
You would have been bothered.
Because it's more of a mockery of it. If you want to do something after the game for him. It's almost like, okay, Drake is the ambassador at Toronto Raptors. Okay, because he does so much, he represents Toronto. Now the last game of the season, you go let him suit up and play in the game. You just can't do that at the professional level. I don't think you can do it at the college level because it's a mockery to the team that you're playing. And I know it's the Dallas fans, but for the NBA, the product itself, I think, suffers. And like you said, if you do it once, every city that is struggling is going to figure out a way to boost up. It's like when Master P was out there trying out for Toronto. Now, he legitimately was trying out, but it still was a marketing stuff.
I remember when I was a kid, I'm going really old school, that the only memory I have of Oscar Robertson was a game of horse. And it was sanctioned by the league. It was like one of these Saturday games. And Oscar Robertson played somebody, a lesser player, in a game of horse. And the lesser player spun the ball in his finger and hit it in. And Oscar wouldn't attempt it. And Oscar said, I think I don't remember what he said, but he said, I'm above doing trick shots. And I remember as a kid being like, oh, that's old and stuffy. But I get it now. And
Because you're old and stuffy.
I am old. But I do think the NBA, I think a lot of people in the stands think they could play in the NBA.
All the time. All the time.
And it's like Brian Scalabrine, people poke Brian. Brian once walked into some tournament. Do you remember this story?
Yeah.
And I don't remember it fully, but Brian walked into some, intramural tournament in college and literally beat the best players 44-0. This is this would push people to think, I can play, you can play. The NBA is amazing. Let's keep it that way.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go again to we're making too much of Tony Romo. And if that's what Dallas wants to do, keep it out of the NBA. Don't let it besmirch a league that's already got questions about its regular season going on, and now you're going to cheapen it even further and turn it into the NBA All-Star Game. Somebody has to care about the actual product and the integrity of the game. Adam Silver here did the right thing.